What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this one, I wanted to record a call with one of my clients, Jacob, who ended up losing 50 pounds while working with me. And I'll show you his before and after transformations. They are absolutely mind-blowing. By the time that we were done working together, he looked like an absolute superhero, and he changed a lot during the process. So if you guys are interested in joining my coaching, make sure to go down to the description down below or the pinned comment in the comment section down below and submit an application if you are interested in working with me one-on-one. Let's get into the video. When you first joined my fitness coaching, what body weight were you at?
I was at like 197 to 200-ish
Yeah,
pounds.
right
Yeah.
around there. And then we
Yeah.
cut you down all the way to what?
145.
Yep, so
145.
145. So that's a little more than 50 pounds of fat loss. And be honest with me.
Yeah.
When you first joined, did you think that you had 50 pounds to lose?
No, I thought it was gonna be like 30-ish, like
Yeah.
35-ish, but more than 50 is like, if you would have told me that, I would have reconsidered doing a bodybuilding prep. But
Isn't
like,
that crazy?
oh my
So
gosh, dude.
that's where you first started. That's
Uh,
I think this was a couple weeks out, from
yeah,
the leanest that we got. There
yeah.
was this
That one's
photo
crazy.
that I
Yeah.
put side by side. Absolutely crazy to see the
Oh my
definition. So
gosh.
50 pounds difference here. And when you
Yeah.
first came to me, you thought, I'm gonna lose 20 to 30 pounds probably,
Yeah.
and then I'll be good to go. Your
Hmm.
legs came in like crazy. The V
Yeah.
taper came in like crazy. I mean, just look at the difference in the structure there.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
I'll
Yeah.
be honest with you, Jacob. When you first joined, I didn't even realize the incredible potential that you had because it was covered by so much
Hmm.
extra body fat. And I find that a lot of guys go through that same exact thing. Like they come to me
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, Brandon, I think I want to lose like 10 pounds. And I'll look at their physique and I'll be like, I think that you should lose like 30 to 40. But then we
Yeah.
end up losing like 50 to 60 pounds and they look
Yeah.
like a completely different person. Like
Oh,
they,
for
they look
sure.
insane. I mean, look at your structure here. We found out by cutting you down this low that you have got a great structure for classic physique. Like we found out that you have a ton of potential. And what was the shift in your confidence, in your mindset, going from looking like this to looking like this? Like, did you even know that you were like it was possible to look this crazy?
No, honestly, no. Like there was times where like in terms of like mindset, like when I was peak bulk, like it was cool being like big and strong. Like you get a lot more like male gaze, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like it's like, dude, you're huge. Like, I was benching like what, 315 at the time,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yep.
know? And but as I was cutting down, like a lot more like female attention, and honestly that like kind of skyrockets the confidence overall because,
For sure.
as a straight male, like that's like what is desirable, right? So, um
Mm-hmm.
it was just insane to see like, a lot of people treat you differently too. Like not only in
Mm-hmm.
like not only in the aspect of like you look good, but like just going through the process, like so many friends' parents were like you're like insanely disciplined for this. Like I don't know how you're doing this. Like this is insane. And like every like like you only see them so often, so it's like every like month or couple months they'd see me like 10 pounds lighter, 15
Mm-hmm.
pounds
Yep.
lighter, and then they're just like seeing this whole thing and giving me props for it. And it honestly feels great. And yeah, it feels amazing
I
and
love it, dude. That's
completely
great to hear. And
different
that's
mindset. Yeah.
exactly what I wanted to hear because it seems to me like you have this path carved out for you that you didn't really know that you had before. Not only will people respect you a whole lot more for showing the amount of dedication that you showed to this bodybuilding prep. I mean, these photos, you'll be able to have these forever. And your
Hmm.
physique is just continuing to get better, as we've worked together through your reverse diet and going
Hmm.
into your bulk. Like you're keeping things leaner, you're
Hmm.
stronger, you're feeling really good again. So if
Hmm.
anything, you're enjoying your workouts more, your hormones are in a better
Hmm.
place, less stress overall. but at the
Hmm.
same time, that confidence really has an impact on showing you like kind of where you want to go in the future, does it not? And I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
exactly what you're thinking, but I would like to know from you, where do you see yourself, 5 to 10 years down the line? Like, do you see yourself taking this fitness thing further? Do you ever see yourself like stepping on stage again? What exactly do you see?
I want to 5 years down the road, I want to have my OCB Pro card for sure,
Very
like
good.
for sure. My passion for bodybuilding is deep. Like
Hmm.
I have a really deep passion for bodybuilding. As a Christian bodybuilder, I've struggled a lot with the idea of PEDs and stuff like that.
Hmm.
It's really hard for me to think about like doing all that because like I know genetically like I have potential to go really far, like even like maybe like IFBB,
Yeah.
um in like like my whole lifetime. But it's like, is this what God would want for me, like
It's a
it does.
very, very
Yeah.
good question. And I think that, it's going to be up to you to
Hmm.
sort of read what God has in store for you. If you
For
feel
sure.
called to take that jump, and
Hmm.
you decide eventually to maybe go enhanced and, become an IFBB pro bodybuilder, if that's the path, then that's okay. I think
Hmm.
that my path sort of shows that you don't have to take that path in order to be
Exactly.
successful, in order to do all of these different things, which I think
Hmm.
is cool. And I very much do not feel called to be an IFBB pro bodybuilder. But if you 5 to 10 years down the line, you've built this awesome physique, you've become a natural pro, and you decide that's a next step that you want to take, then it's very much available for you, I think, especially after we've seen just how much progress you've made over the past year and a half of us working together. I
Hmm.
think that one thing you should also keep in mind is that you also have the propensity, if you keep this up, and you stay consistent, I think that you could have one of the coolest natural physiques in the world, like period, end of story. So you have
Thank
so
you.
many different things out ahead of you. You have so much potential. Whether you decide to actually start posting, your physique, whether you start to tell your story online, that's up to see as well. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to I just wanted to rehash just how awesome it's been working with you. Like you didn't slip up like at all during our time working together. There was maybe one or two times when you were like, Brandon,
The
I went over the
pancakes.
calories, but it was a
Yeah.
minor amount. You stayed incredibly dialed. And I don't think that I've ever gotten somebody that lean before, with as little slip ups as you. So I just wanted to really, really give you props for that, for really putting your head down and grinding through that. And like
Brandon, I
I said,
appreciate
man,
this.
I really hope that not only the confidence that comes from the girls paying a little bit more attention to you, and other people in your life saying, hey man, I respect you so much for what you've been able to do, but I also just hope that you have this massive amount of confidence now where you can look back and say, hey, I did that, and not only can I do it again, but I can do it better. And now, that maybe bodybuilding, stepping on a stage and getting super shredded isn't top priority anymore. Be thinking about what are the other ways, what are the other avenues that I can put this energy towards in my life in
Hmm.
order to continue to make progress and continue to build up that confidence.
Hmm.
Because I think that one thing that's really important to realize is that when you go through this cutting process, you learn a lot about yourself, and you learn, wow, I can be super consistent and disciplined, and that gives you more confidence. But
Hmm.
then at the same time, you have to continue down that path. And a lot of people get kind of lost, and they're like, oh, well, what do I do next?
Yeah.
So I want to see you take that energy and apply it to the other aspects of your life, your relationships,
Yeah.
with God, with your
Hmm.
family, with the people around you, but then also just with your work in general,
Hmm.
and what you decide to do, when it comes to like furthering your schooling, or
Hmm.
getting a job and doing those things. Just really, really do it with a passion, and
Hmm.
just remind yourself every single day, this is what I was able to accomplish. I went through this incredibly difficult stuff. I'm going to start playing that consistency and that discipline out into other aspects of my life. So I hope that you're kind of able to take that and run with it
Yeah.
over the next couple years.
I just wanted to tell you like how much I actually appreciate you, dude. Like for real, like you've become like honestly one of my friends, and like I really appreciate you helping me through this, and like you meant a lot to me like throughout this like whole process, and like when I met you and stuff like that. Like I really
I love
appreciate
it,
you.
dude. I love it. I appreciate it too. Yeah, you've come a really long way. You've matured a lot since I first met
Yeah.
you. You know,
Yeah.
you've really pushed yourself, and it's great to see kind of the new version of yourself that you've become. It's very, very
Yes.
cool.